All right, have we begun?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. We've begun. It's wait. Okay, let him. Just let him.
Yeah. We've begun.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. That's not even from the episode.
That's the wrong episode, and it just made you look schizophrenic. Like, it's just like, do you fucking imagine somebody mid-conversation being like, yeah.
Okay, welcome to It's Always
What were we
Sunny
talking
in
about?
Hell. Welcome back to It's Always Sunny in Hell, a fan podcast / conspiracy theory about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Today's episode that we are watching that we were talking about watched is Mac and Dennis Manhunters, I believe is the title.
Oh, yeah, I think that is
Season
the title.
4, Episode 1.
Manhunters. Yes.
Now, I want to get something out of the way real quick. We forgot to rate the episode last time. We forgot to rate last week's episode.
Yeah. We didn't rate The Gang Gets Miracle Exploited. If you're just asking me, like, gut check if the tiers are S, A, B, C, F.
No. We've been going in numbers. Let's not change it now.
Oh, we've been going in numbers.
Yeah.
Right. I'll give it a 5.
We've been going out of 10. I'm going to give it a 4 because it's an okay episode, but it's just like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Now.
Yeah.
What do the last episode and this one have in common? They're both in the same show. Also, Cricket is here.
Yeah,
both of them.
That's what it was. Mm-hmm. I was trying to think. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, shit. I only have quotes written down in my notes. No,
that's A-okay with me. Oh,
it's not. I don't have only quotes written down. I just didn't put the quotations in there, so it's confusing.
Okay. This episode,
God damn it.
Really nice, efficient cold open with I almost called him Mac, with Charlie and Dee setting their plot up of they're eating Frank's meat, and Frank revealing that he got his meat after he killed a deer and shot it between its soulful little eyes. God, I love that. I love that description. The soulful little eyes of a deer. It's great. And that sets up Mac and Dennis's plot of let's hunt a man.
Yeah. Why would you hunt a deer whenever you can? Why wouldn't you hunt something that would fight back? You know, like a man. Ooh, like a man. You know,
that would make the ultimate hunter. And that sets up the running gag of the episode, which I guess you could also call Frank's plot of him just getting his life confused for Rambo, which is really funny and a very funny concept. And something that I clocked on this watch that I did not clock on any other watch is that, like, he kind of doubts himself after they point out that it's Rambo. Like, I've never really clocked that about this bit. Like, because he starts off and, like, they point out, it's like, oh, no, and that's not even the first time you've confused your life with the life of John Rambo. And he kind of, like, touches his glasses and looks up and squints like he's trying to remember. Oh. And that made me very happy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, like, are we gonna, like, or I mean, we are gonna talk about it, but, like, was it real? Was his experience in Vietnam actually like Rambo and it's a coincidence?
Rambo. Yes. That's something that is something very true. And I'm also going to say another thing that is very true. I've never seen a Rambo movie.
I've never seen a Rambo movie either.
What do you think for us as hosts discussing this podcast?
Yeah.
What do you think we would benefit more from? watching Rambo or eating raccoon meat? Like, what do you think would get us? Would bring us?
I think that I think Rainbow would be a better choice. That's what.
That's Rocky.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, because that's the same guy.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester the cat from Looney Tunes.
I was gonna say Sylvester Stallone, which makes me feel like it was wrong because I didn't say Sylvester Stallone because I thought that was the wrong name. Is his name actually Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Right, because Al Pacino is Serpico.
Yeah. We're all over the place in this fucking
There
podcast
are so many things. Like, that's just another thing about this fucking show that is crazy. Is there are so many things that I don't know that I only know referentially through this show, which is crazy. Like, that's a phenomenon. This is completely off the topic of this episode, but it is a phenomenon that I just find really interesting. Is like referential things and how that kind of evolves throughout culture. Like, I watched the Alien Prison Break episode of Phineas and Ferb before Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. I saw the Joker doing the Arkham Asylum Redemption on Robot Chicken before I saw Shawshank Redemption. Like, you see all these referential things before you see the thing. And that's just a weird phenomenon that I find interesting. Have you ever hunted a man for sport?
No. I have shot someone in the ass with a BB gun before whenever I was a kid. I feel bad about
accident.
It. No. I was just a shithead.
You just wanted to see how far you could go?
Yeah, it was my friend as a kid, and he was just over it. I guess he pissed me off, so he was like running, and I shot him in the ass cheek with a BB gun.
Man, you shot a man with his back turned?
Yeah, I was a shithead.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
But, I've atoned.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't
Made
know.
up for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So...
Anyway. Okay. Let's just get kickstarted. I got notes.
Yes. Okay.
So they're hunting Cricket throughout the episode, right? Not to like kill him, but Frank says, or Frank thinks that they're gonna kill him. I think, or at least a good chunk of the episode. But they're just gonna go and fucking teabag him at the end. Yep. That's their reward for catching Cricket.
Yeah.
And fucking. I like the scene whenever they're in the box on the street.
Yes.
With all the empty fucking beer cans everywhere, just littering.
Oh God! Yeah. Like,
and
it's such a funny unreal visual. These two grown men in black and white camo in the middle of the sidewalk with people like just walking around them. And they're in a cardboard box for two, slamming beers, waiting for Cricket to show up.
Yes.
Like, if that does not prove that they're on a set, what does? Like, they're in fucking Philadelphia, a metropolitan city, I'm assuming. I've never been, personally, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of city there.
Yeah.
And Cricket, and what is Cricket doing when he does appear in their view?
Trash.
He's just looking for garbage. He's just picking shit up. Like,
but it's funny because you pointed out whenever it happened, he goes to get trash from the open side of the box.
Yeah, like.
And he doesn't notice Mac and Dennis.
They must have done that intentionally. They were like, it's way funnier because they have a slit in the box for them to look through. But Cricket approaches from the opposite side and just doesn't see them. And somehow they see Cricket first.
Yeah.
And just go, Cricket, get him.
Yeah.
And just get up and chase him. But then we introduce Cricket's abilities.
Yes, his parkour abilities. I wanted to say something else first. It was before they see Cricket. They're talking about what they're going to do whenever they catch him.
How they're going to level up their game.
Yeah. And one thing that Mac was saying is we'll do, I forget what,
A gorilla mask.
Gorilla mask. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And then Dennis is like, well, I don't have any pubic hair. It's like a turtle shell down there. And I'm just, whenever he said that, I just thought of the scene of him having like LSD sex where he's just sweaty and he's like,
Oh,
fucking,
yeah.
his fucking chest hair, like he's a very hairy man.
Yeah.
Just thinking about like no pubic hair, but the rest of his body is like fucking
It's hairy, yeah.
hairy as shit. Like, weird.
Because you know what they say? When you trim the bush, the tree stands taller. This episode is sponsored by Manscaped.
Anyway, I just found it funny. Also, okay, so back on track of Cricket's parkour skills. He is a masterful street rat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time they're introduced, too.
Uh-huh. But it's... Like, is any part of him not human to cause that? Or do you think he is like a human is capable of doing what he did and he's just like trained and great at doing parkour? Or if something happened where he got some sort of like ability or injection or power or ability unlock, like a video game.
A stunt person did
it. Yeah.
So a person can do it.
Yeah.
He's been living on the streets. He's a homeless man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, was this episode before or after the gang gets whacked? Because I think it was before.
No, this is after.
Is this after?
Because the whole thing is that, look, his legs have basically fully healed.
Oh.
The gang gets whacked was right in the season before, because we're in season 4 now, and gang gets whacked was season 3. I know because I literally just looked because we were talking about getting into our cricket arc, and I saw the gang gets whacked in the fucking pathway. But so cricket did get his legs broken, but they have now healed fully.
All around the world.
I was gonna sing the song, the fucking. But the mob broke my legs, but they couldn't break my spirit, and I don't feel no pain, cause I found more cocaine. In fact, I had a gag I wanted to do where I wanted to sing that song to the tune of the song in Oh Hello that they sing, the Steely Dan song. But the song is so short that it didn't play well in the rehearsal, in the green room, which is my bathroom. Let's try shit out and work.
Which is my bathroom.
This room is just a stage.
That's the realest shit I've ever fucking heard of.
You think that door is real? It's painted on.
Just like Charlie's apartment.
Yeah.
So, okay. B plot. D. D and Charlie eating meat, eating friends
having
meat.
the hunger.
They they eat one that was left out after Frank locks up the fridge.
To visit a line delivery of mine, the fucking when he walks in, I see the two of you have been enjoying my meat. By the way. And then he does this little gag where he slaps the paper bag out of his own hand that I just really like. He plays it great.
Yeah. I don't have anything to do it with. But
I could do it with a frog, but I feel like
people
get angry at me for that.
Yeah.
But I did it with Walter White one episode ago.
He like takes the thing out, puts it on the table, and he's like he just slaps it away.
Yeah, I got an empty thing here. Find way. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, this episode's been all over the place. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're gonna hunt down.
I have written down. Morgue guy is epic.
Morgue is epic. I would call him a freak.
He's freaky for sure, but he's fucking.
Yeah.
He plays it so well because he's like, he just doesn't give a fuck. He's like, what are you calling me weird for? You're the one with the hot plate.
Yeah.
Like,
he does nail the role, but it's really funny.
God damn it. We're speeding through. If you haven't seen the episode, why are you watching this? I don't know.
Yeah, come on.
The
you gotta watch the show,
is to watch
man.
the episode.
There's a requirement to watch the show.
So you already know the whole thing of the episode. I feel like the episode flows really well.
I feel like the episode flows really well and ends really well. Cricket is so dirty.
He is.
He only became a street rat not even a full season ago.
Yeah.
And he's already so... Like, that was my first thought, especially just after watching The Gang Exploits a Miracle. Like, he is comically dirty already. He's not burned. He's not scarred. He's not, like, fully a cartoon character yet. But he's so dirty. It's
filthy.
Crazy. He's actually he's a rat.
Oh... Love it. I also wrote down Frank is awesome, which everyone already knows, but specifically I wrote that down whenever he has the headband on, the Rambo, like
when he rises out of the trash pile.
Yeah, and he rises out of the trash pile to talk to Cricket with the fucking knife, the hunting knife.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think
drew first blood?
Do you think he got there by using the sewers?
Ooh. Okay, that brings up a question of, have Frank and Charlie done that yet? Have they done that
Frank
at that point yet?
I'm thinking maybe Frank showed that to Charlie. I'm thinking maybe that's how he got there.
I'm thinking the opposite. I'm thinking that Charlie had at some point shown Frank the sewers, or they stumbled onto it together walking to the bar or someplace.
Because the thing I was thinking is, because the fact that Cricket has been running away from Dennis and Mac all day, and Frank just like happens to find him, is ludicrous. So I was almost thinking that Frank was like no clipping under the map and then like rose up out of the garbage. But that made me think about the sewers.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. Connected some dots, I guess.
Well, this is the 4th season, the 3rd season with Danny in it.
Yes.
I think that maybe it could have happened, but I think it would be after this, like sometime after this season.
Yeah, because as far as like the sewers are mentioned, they actually go in them in Thunder Gun, which is season 6. Because Mac is fat, he can't fit in. But I'm thinking they do mention it before season 6. That feels correct to me.
Yeah.
So maybe like season 5.
I'm thinking 5.
So we are getting. So yeah, maybe they have been in the sewers already.
Maybe. I mean, Frank is good in tight spaces. Or wait, is that Charlie?
I think he says we are when he brings it up. I think he mentions that both of them are. Gut check. First thought: was it human meat or raccoon meat that that Dee and Charlie ate?
I think it was. Gut check. I think it was raccoon meat.
I think it's raccoon. I was also gonna lean that way because it's I do love that as a plot line.
Yeah.
Of them thinking they're cannibals, and the reveal is that like, no, you've got a parasite. Yeah. It's very funny.
And the new question is, and this goes back to Gang 10's bar a little bit, was Jerry actually a tapeworm? Because Jerry from Gang 10's bar is a tapeworm, supposedly, in Frank's ass.
Yeah.
But
we never see him, so there's no proof.
We never see him. We don't know anything. We just see Frank munching a little bit, right? We see him like just eating. But it's not like he's not as crazed as Dee and Charlie are.
Right.
But could that be because they're under stress and pressure of thinking they ate human?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot psychological. Crazy? It's a lot psychological. It's in the mind.
Yeah,
it's in the mind.
Also, another question: what do you think happened after they caught up to Frank chasing him.
I find, that's something interesting because we stay in the room with Cricket, Dennis, and Mac.
Yeah.
But Charlie really does look like he wants to kill Frank, or at least cut a piece of him off.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe they do, and we just don't see it. But that feels like something they would remember. But also, we've never touched on this, but can memories be edited or fabricated in the space that they're in?
I think that memories can, because like,
maybe they interspliced some Rambo into Frank's memory just to fuck with him a little bit.
Just to fuck with him. Because like, if you think of the episode, which we haven't gotten there yet, but the episode where the general store gets held up, that whole episode is about going into the minds of the gang.
Yeah.
And seeing how they think of themselves and like what they think they would do in the situation. Now I'm just thinking of Frank eating the hot dog.
All right, send in the canines. Just munching, and then it goes for another one. And then when it cuts back to him, he's just going like... like remembers where he is.
God. Yeah, okay. So... Cricket plays an important role in this episode, Manhunters.
Yes.
Yes. But... like, the thing with Cricket... and like the waitress and other side characters like that is that they're obviously played for laughs and goofs, right? It's like the whole point of their character is because they're not the main characters. So why did you know, you don't really need to like have stakes with them, I guess, or like have them like have a
you're saying
they don't need to be deep.
They don't need arcs. They
don't need arcs on camera. But they do have arcs off camera, as we see with Cricket, where he's just dirty as fuck in this episode, and his legs are good. And so it feels kind of a little bit empty sometimes whenever it's like these episodes with the side characters. I mean, it is like the whole thing with side characters in any show, right? Is that they just kind of feel a little bit like just there for the plot because they are, right? But yeah, and I felt like that with the last episode too, because he's just purely there for the plot of the episode, and not really there to be set up as a recurring, long-standing main character type of thing. And also in this episode, he's still in that phase of kind of pure side character, gets brought in occasionally, gets fucked with, and then he's off to the streets again.
Off on his own, yeah. It's like, the actions, maybe putting it this way, it's like the actions our main characters take have an effect on him.
Yeah.
But no action he takes has an effect on them, really.
Yeah. The only character that does is the waitress to Charlie, kind of.
Yes, she definitely has like some effect over
even
Charlie,
still then, for the time that like the waitress and Charlie are like, or like Charlie is stalking the waitress and like actively trying to be like, it's still just like it's like the Nightman Cometh, where it's like, well, I never wrote it down on paper that I wasn't gonna stalk you.
Yeah.
We're gonna reset tomorrow.
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Like there's always a reset. Until like, there was the what season was that? Season 13?
Season 12. Season Frick. Well, because they do it in the last episode of season 12, Dennis's Double Life. And then they're like kind of in it with season 13, but also season 13 has some weird time stuff going on.
Yeah.
Season 13 is wingo wacky.
Yeah. But what?
Oh, I
saw that face.
I just remembered Mac finds his pride and went, yeah.
That's gonna be a special episode.
Yeah. It's Pride Month.
Oh shit! It is Pride Month.
We should do it for Pride Month. Yeah.
Well,
And
if the
I'll learn
next
a
10
little
episodes are going to be
dance.
fucking cricket that time, we'll do a special. We'll do a special something. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Rambo. Enjoying
Rambo.
me. You said you had a lot of quotes written down. Do
Ooh,
you have
yeah, my
any line
quotes.
deliveries you want to
Ooh,
visit
my quotes.
before we wrap this up?
Okay, I'm going to list them off. If you've seen the episode, you know where these are, probably.
Yes. Yes.
Dennis says, someone as sweaty as you should not be handling food. Just that line is really funny.
Yeah.
And then also Dennis, where they're like getting cricket, like they have cricket in the back office, and then he's like, stand before us.
Yeah.
I really like Dennis's vocabulary, you know? That's something that we don't really talk about, or that we haven't really talked about, is vocabulary with all the characters. Because, like, there's recurring things that they have. Like, even Charlie says, like, whenever he's panicking about the food, he's like, oh, I did this. I licked a cat's fanny, and it didn't, the taste hasn't gone away.
Yeah, it does nothing for me.
Yeah. Like,
but yours,
vocabulary is really
like the
fun.
words that we. Yeah. I mean,
it's very impressive for me because every time I fucking write a character show or like try and write something like this with multiple characters talking, it's all just the same guy, but just
That's
guy one,
that's a
guy
difficult
two,
thing.
and they talk the same, and I'm like, God damn it!
Writing in different, writing in a different voice is a skill to master, from what I understand. But that's all up for the suits in Washington to figure out. I'm just here to podcast some show.
And then the last quote that I have written down is, hey, we got Monkey. and then I fucking love that. It's so good.
Yeah.
We got Monkey.
We got Monkey. No, perfect. Yeah, then we'll take one of those. And then the two guys just kind of stand there and watch them. Like, it's just like, oh, okay. Like, they have to, like, assess their quality before they give them the monkey. They have to, like, tell if they're agents of some sort.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got written down. This podcast episode's kind of been all over the place. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
What have you got going on your notes? What do you have?
I hit them all. He's very dirty. Cat's fanny. Oh, there's a moment where they're sitting in the cardboard box. Maybe that cardboard box is heaven, because they look so good in that cardboard box, and they're so happy, and they're just having such a great time. However, there is fucking tragedy within heaven, because Dennis says, I propose we do something teabag related.
And then he doesn't get the.
And Mac doesn't go for the bump, and that was wacky. Yeah,
that was so sad.
And then the only other line delivery here. Oh, I've actually got two line deliveries for me. One from Frank and one from Charlie. Frank, after he rises up in the street, he's like, they drew first blood. Huh? What? They drew first blood. That I really liked. And then
it's Rainbow.
No, I did that. I came up with that. And then the other is after Frank has said, yeah, you ate raccoon meat, and and Charlie's fully broken, and he's got the knife, and he just goes, raccoon meat! Bullshit, Frank! No, human meat, and I know it! I really liked that.
I'm gonna cut your calf off and get a taste of that human meat.
I'm gonna cut off a piece of that fat little calf muscle of yours and eat it. And then he turns and runs. It's like you don't really see Frank afraid too frequently, but that moment where he's just like, oh, like he's like, because he realizes he's about to be hunted.
The manhunt.
Interesting.
Manhunt.
Charlie and D Manhunters. Charlie and D Frank Hunters.
Oh fuck! Last thing I want to bring up is just Dee and Charlie's relationship throughout the show is something that we don't really
Yes.
get too much of, but it is very interesting whenever we do get to see it.
Truly, yeah, because they did have sex that one time too,
They
which is
did?
weird. Yeah.
I tried to block that out of my memory though.
Yeah, it's I feel like a lot of people do, and I understand why.
Yeah.
But like it did happen. They yeah.
Yeah. But like their friendship is something that I brought it up on Gang 10's bar of how it feels weird that she's giving him a Valentine's card. But like, I mean, I guess it does make sense because they do have this weird friendship back and forth.
I think that in that episode where what is the name? That's the one the gang misses the boat where the two of them are just kind of left alone. That's the one where they do have sex. And I think that like the way they summarize it in that episode is good, where like Charlie is like, oh, you know, it's just like when the guys are picking on you, they're not picking on me. And it's I kind of ride with that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ranking.
The
last one was a 5.
Yeah.
I could change this. A lot of it works.
It ends really naturally and feels right.
Them just sucking on candy while cornering cricket.
That's a good scene.
If the last one was a 5, I'd put this one on the same bar with also a 5.
I would say a 5.5 if we're doing pointed numbers because we've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a raccoon in real life?
No.
I only saw them when I moved to Vancouver, and they are weird, kooky little animals. I do like them a lot.
I thought you were going to go into a whole thing of do they even exist?
How could they eat meat of an animal that isn't even real?
I saw a skunk outside the other day.
That's dangerous. You don't want to get blasted by one of them.
Yeah. It'd be like that scene from Zoom where Chevy Chase gets fucking just...
Oh, yeah. Chevy Chase is in Zoom?
What? He's one of the scientists.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to rewatch that movie. It's kind of good. It's trashed, but it's like fun.
Yeah.
You know?
I want Tim Allen to take that finger that goes and put it in my ass. Anyways, let's wrap the episode up. Hey man, listen, I like yogurt in my mouth and the Tim Allen finger that goes in my ass. If you've got a sexual fantasy that you'd like to reveal to us, call 691-6922 Sunny spelt wrong. That's 691-6922 Sunny spelt wrong. We'll keep your dirty little secret, unless.
Bye.
Yeah, put an egg in your bye.
Put an egg in your ass and crunch on it.
Put an egg in your ass and peel it and eat that. That is fucking vile. That is fucking awesome.